All right, here we go. Yes, some very big things happening around Cyberpunk, The Witcher 4, and even GTA 6. This video is loaded with news. Check it out right here. We have CD Projekt Red is about to reveal everything. We're getting a definitive look at the future of Cyberpunk and The Witcher. This is going to be extremely exciting. I cannot wait for this. Plus, Cyberpunk's $60 price tag is back, but something surprising is happening as a result. Yes, Cyberpunk is no longer on sale, at least on most platforms. And then we have Cyberpunk's big petition hits a turning point. The petition will live or die based on this one thing. This is a critical moment for Cyberpunk and this petition for sure. Also, world's richest man is getting involved with Cyberpunk 2077. So it seems things are getting very interesting indeed. You're going to want to see this for sure. And guess what? More Edge Runners content makes it into Cyberpunk thanks to the power of PC mods. And yes, I know we need more Edge Runners content officially supported by CD Projekt Red, so you console users can enjoy it as well. Plus, GTA 6 leaks point towards a new wanted system. Why Cyberpunk and its sequel needs to take notes. This is really, really cool stuff. Yeah, let's get straight into the news, starting out with this one right here. You guys know that I started a petition right here. Cyberpunk deserves a second expansion. Guess what? This is wild. Nearly 12,371 of you have signed within less than 24 hours. Now, we are hitting a very critical turning point with this petition because at 15,000 signatures, this petition becomes one of the top signed on change.org. It's basically like free advertising for the petition. So if we can hit 15,000 very, very soon, it's going to be absolutely massive for this petition and getting CD Projekt Red's attention that, yes, we want long-term support for Cyberpunk 2077. Check out the petition in the description below. But also, this is really good news. We have this from Paul Tessie of Forbes. He says, Cyberpunk still peaking at over 100,000 concurrents this weekend and still the number 5 best-selling game on Steam, despite now being full price at $60. Like I told you guys, we had CD Projekt Red recently celebrating that they hit a huge milestone for the game, 20 million copies sold, but that was at a heavy discount, and now they're like, you know what? Our game's good enough to put it at $60. Now, the big worry is this going to essentially kill off the current population of the game, or at least kill off newcomers from coming into this game? That is a big, big concern. Well, it does not seem to be the case whatsoever. This is really, really cool. As you can see, 24-hour recent peak is 110,000, 81,806 players on the game right now. Absolutely incredible, considering, of course, these numbers are coming from Steam, where the game is $60. So people are willing to spend the money, the full price, to support this game because, yes, now they actually believe in it. They want to see it succeed. Also, we have some interesting things going on in the back end of course, the Steam database. Check it out right here. So recently we had this going on right here. NVIDIA press branch. That's very curious because it sounds like perhaps they had a press type event held for NVIDIA and Cyberpunk, perhaps showcasing the new RTX graphics or something like that. That's telling me that perhaps alongside what's going to be happening soon with CD Projekt Red, I'll explain that in just a moment, that we could be seeing some gameplay showcasing of the new GeForce 40 series graphics card, showcasing, of course, Cyberpunk 2077 and the new RTX technology and the other technology associated with the 40 series graphics card. So I would not be surprised if you see some promotional type videos dropping around the interweb showcasing that very, very soon. Also, a lot of you guys are concerned about what's going on with your frame rate. Check it out right here. Frame rate dropped since 1.6. We have another post here as well saying after update 1.6, I lost some frames on 3090 Ti and 12900K. Help. So I noticed somewhat some issues with that as well on my own end here. And I do hope that CD Projekt Red takes a look at potential memory leaks and things like that. And maybe they're testing that on the back end, but I haven't seen any indication that they are, but we'll find out shortly. All right, so what's going on with the world's richest man getting involved with Cyberpunk 2077? Check this out right here. It says, Cybertruck in the game confirmed. And it says, as you can see, this post right here, which I'm going to zoom it in for you all. Not like that, but like this over on the Twitterverse. It says Cybertruck will be waterproof enough to serve briefly as a boat so it can cross rivers, lakes, and even seas that aren't too choppy. So, guys, the Cybertruck is now an amphibious vehicle. Wow. Now, we have Cyberpunk 2077 replying saying Cybertruck in Cyberpunk 2077. And we have some, in my opinion, amazing looking concept arts of the Cybertruck, maybe running on the red engine. I'm not too sure, but this looks beautiful. And you can see they have the Cyberpunk 2077 logo right there. So this is telling that perhaps they're teasing the fact that we would be getting some Cybertruck content in the future for Cyberpunk 2077, maybe in the new expansion, perhaps, or something like that, or as a free update. But I think that would be really cool to see this. But Elon Musk, he's always been interacting with Cyberpunk 2077. Check this out. This is from November 21st, 2019. Nobody expects the Cybertruck. And then we scroll down here and we have a reply from the official Cyberpunk Twitter. It says, "We had a deal, Elon." And then a follow-up reply from Elon saying, "See ya in 2077." So it seems like the plan, at least back then, was to get the Cybertruck in Cyberpunk 2077 to some extent, which would be very, very interesting. Also, Elon bragged about this right here. Elon Musk says Tesla Model S Plaid can run Cyberpunk at Sony PS5 level performance. Cyberpunk on a PlayStation 5 is old. Tesla will let you play the game in its new cars system. So yeah, some cross advertising definitely going on between Elon Musk's Tesla and, of course, Cyberpunk 2077. So honestly, I would not be surprised if we did see the Cybertruck in Cyberpunk 2077. I think it's going to happen. All right, so let's talk about CD Projekt Red and the future of Cyberpunk, The Witcher, and basically anything else that they are working on, because we're going to be finding out about a lot of stuff very, very soon. Check it out. Well, something interesting awaits us tomorrow. And if we go scroll down, we have CD Projekt Investor Relations saying tomorrow at 5 p.m. CST, CD Projekt Group will be releasing something tomorrow. So this is going to be interesting for sure. It's going to be a strategy update. We have seen this before, and usually it is very extensive, and we get a lot of details that we would otherwise not know about. And this should be kind of like a roadmap for the next year of what they're planning with Cyberpunk as a franchise, what they're planning for The Witcher, and hopefully we hear about those spin-off projects from the other development teams that are working on something related to either Cyberpunk or The Witcher. So a lot of stuff could be going down tomorrow. I'm going to have you guys in the know for sure, so look out for those videos. All right, so let's talk about Edge Runners content and Cyberpunk 2077, shall we? So, yes, check out the headline right here. Someone has rebuilt the Edge Runners mansion in Cyberpunk 2077. Now, someone didn't actually rebuild the mansion. It's kind of ridiculous, that title. But we do have a really cool PC mod dedicated to the mansion that was actually, showcased in Edge Runners. Check it out right here. It goes on to say this. Apparently named V's Edge Runners Mansion Apartment DLC, the PC mod lets you purchase and access V's mansion, adding new sitting, sleeping, wardrobe, and shower interactions to it. So yeah, I'm going to include links in the description below. But get this. It goes on to say this. It's not cheap, though. To add V's Edge Runners Mansion to Cyberpunk on PC, you'll need 150,000 in-game currency if your street cred is below 30. But those with a higher street cred get a cool 50% discount. Oh, and you'll need the latest version of Cyber Engine Tweaks mod to run the Edge Runners Mansion mod. It's really cool if they added all that into the mod and that you can officially, not officially, but actually go into the world and purchase it instead of trying to access it in other ways, and that it's actually a functional space now. So I thought that was very, very cool. And I want to see this sort of thing officially added to the game so you console users can really enjoy it as well. All right, so let's take a look at another little game called GTA 6. You guys probably know about that leaker that leaked the hell out of GTA 6, but check out this headline right here. GTA 6 could be overhauling its wanted system, and this is what we want for Cyberpunk. In fact, they're going in and overhauling the police system, but take a look at what they're doing with GTA 6. It says this: these unintended leaks have left a frustrating online discourse that practically misses the point of early development. No matter where you stand on the GTA leaks themselves, we know more than Rockstar intended. Up there with the biggest leaks, some fans think they've discovered an overhaul of the police and wanted system in GTA 6. So, what was actually discovered? Check it out right here. Take us to a Reddit post, which is fascinating. And it says from Not in P police response from the leaked footage, there appears to be a timer associated with when the police will arrive on scene. While this is possible, it's just an expansion to the heist mechanic where your crew affects this. I suspect it's so much more. Furthermore, they go on to speculate this right here. This could make a whole lot more complex wanted system with what was essentially a 0-star wanted level, unlike GTA 5 system where it's just 3 crimes and you're wanted, or 1 when an NPC calls. It becomes a complex system where each crime matters. Even a simple car wreck triggers the police response timer, but they see it as a low priority, so it's over a minute before they arrive, giving the player plenty of time to escape and leave the scene. On the other hand, a shooting or robbery may only get a 20-second response time, and of course, compounding crimes will shorten it, and some things like killing a cop still jump automatically to 3 stars. That actually sounds legit to me. I've seen the leaked footage, of course, and many of you have as well. And to me, that sounds very much on point. Now, what was also discovered in that leaked footage is that police would actually remember your car, and your car was like a hot car. You had to get rid of it no matter what. Even if you got clear of the cops and there was no wanted level system, your car was hot. You, no matter what, have to ditch it because it's in their system. So this type of system would be very, very cool in Night City in Cyberpunk 2077. And I really, really hope that they continue to overhaul the crap out of the actual police system for Cyberpunk 2077. All right, so now it's time to get into your top comments. Remember to leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video. So check this out right here. It's the Cyberpunk second expansion. Wait, what is going on? Fans unite, but will CD Projekt Red listen? So yeah, I did this video about the second expansion, how there was a post out on Reddit and talking about how we deserve, I love the word deserve because I agree with it, a second expansion. And there's a lot of comments here I'm going to get into that are very, very interesting. So many takes about this. So let's get into it right now. Rosie says this: it's more than a petition for a second expansion. It is a petition for the future of this game. Think about those developers' ideas that have been crushed by the launch. Think about Night City and all the places that have been visited. Think about Mr. Blackhand, Mr. Blue Eyes, and all the other characters that need to be presented and known. Devs were surprised by our recent activity on the game. They will be more with this petition. Yeah, I totally agree. And I thought that was so well said that it's about the future of the game, long-term support. So let's say this petition does get CD Projekt Red's attention. And they're like, well, the decision has been made. We're not making a second expansion. In my personal opinion, this petition could potentially make them think about at least long-term support for this game in other ways. I'm talking about hiring modders to help out produce bigger type modding content for this game that are like DLCs, essentially expansions. That's the sort of thing that ultimately I'm hoping that this petition does actually, bring to Cyberpunk 2077. All right, so let's keep going. We have this one, Ice Capped Skies, who says, I signed the petition. Granted, I think it's more than likely they're working on a new Cyberpunk game on Unreal Engine 5 because it would be easier to develop and more stable than continuing to update a game that is standing on an unstable engine. If they do another expansion after the first one, it's going to depend on whether the first one succeeds. Yep, that is 100% true. They're not going to dump a bunch of money into something that they just don't know about, of course. So we'll see how this expansion plays out. And also, it goes both ways. We'll see if the expansion is any good. But what CD Projekt Red has been doing lately with Cyberpunk, I'm going to assume that perhaps, yes, this expansion will be good. All right, so next up, we have Prodozer, who says this: I've learned to temper expectations over years, so I'm not expecting to really get the experience marketing tried to sell. That said, for their sequel, I hope they learn from this and deliver a great product at launch on a stable engine with better long term support. I can understand them not wanting to devote significant time on multiple expansions if they have even loftier goals for the sequel on a new engine. I can only hope it's not 10 years away. Yeah. So what we know officially from CD Projekt Red is they don't want it to be 10 years away. That's why they're trying to do a parallel development strategy between two AAA titles. Eventually, they're going to be somehow developing The Witcher 4 and Cyberpunk sequel, I believe, simultaneously, which just sounds insane to me. I don't know how it's going to work. I hope it's not like an insane amount of crunch for the development teams, but yeah, we'll see what happens. It should definitely be interesting. But apparently, it's working out for what they're doing right now. They're testing out parallel development between the expansion and, of course, The Witcher 4 currently. So if the expansion sucks, that should be a huge red flag about parallel development at CD Projekt Red. That's all I'm going to say about that. See how it goes. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for signing the petition. Man, let's see if we can get to 15,000 signatures and get the attention of CD Projekt Red and let them know that we are here for the long run. We want to see this game supported in the long term, whether it's through official support or they hire modders. We'll see what happens. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.